Hey guys, welcome to Griffo's Retro Gaming with me, Alex Griffo Griffiths. And today I'm going to be doing my pickups for the month of January, which, new year. Mostly in lockdown as well, let's not forget that. So I've had a lot of pickups from like people selling on groups and things like that really. Although I did manage to get out at the very beginning of the month to CEX and pick up a few bits from there. Before I start though, I must say a massive thank you to Retro48K, who has done the new intro for me. It is absolutely fantastic. Everything that I wanted from it. Fantastic guy. He's got a really good channel. It's superb, honest. The whole aesthetics of the channel, the editing, it looks so professional, and for some reason he's only on 500 subscribers. He should have way more. But I've done a link to his channel. Do check it out. He is very good. And Chris, thank you so much for that intro. It's brilliant. Thank you. So let's start with CEX, and I'd been there just before New Year, I believe. It was something like that. Or was it just after? I've been in lockdown for so long. All the days just merge into one, unfortunately. But yeah, I'd gone into town and I took my kids. We went into CEX and naturally they wanted something. And my lad got Horrid Henry on the DS and my daughter got Imagine Babysitter or Babysitting, something like that. She seems to like it anyway. And yeah, I've got into collecting, or not collecting, but getting titles that may interest me on the DS. I've discovered a love for the DS, and that's down to another YouTuber, Wooleyweeble, Duncan at Wooleyweeble. I'll put a link to his channel in there as well. And he picks up loads of DS titles, and at first I was like, DS, but yeah, I've found a new love for it. And the DS game that I picked up was James Pond, codename Robocod. Now, when I saw that, I believe it was $3.50. When I saw this, I thought, I've got to have it because it was a game that I absolutely loved on the Amiga. I used to go on it quite a lot, to be fair, and never completed it because I was quite young at the time. But yeah, I've actually played this version, and it's really good, really good. You don't mess about with touch controls or anything like that. It's just purely playing the game as it should be. It flows nicely, graphically looks like the Amiga did. Nothing's changed. 350 hours of fun. So I recommend that if you're into James Pond. And the second game I got was for the PSP, and there wasn't an awful lot there, but one game did stick out, and that was Puyo Pop Fever. Now, these are games that have been released on pretty much every platform. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's a puzzle game where you just have to match up the colours, essentially. I think it's 4 or more, and then they disappear. You know, a bit like Tetris with the lines. And in fact, for the Switch, you've got Tetris and Puyo Pop Fever, which have been released on one cartridge. But yeah, I love my puzzle games, as you know, and this is fantastic. The colours on it are great. The music's fantastic. And like I say, if you've never played it, think Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine if you've played that on the Mega Drive. I don't know why you'd think that, because it's probably a bit more niche than this, but yeah, that's something that's it's a very similar game. So yeah, absolutely delighted with that, and I think that was $2.50. It wasn't an awful lot. Next up then is 2 lots of games that I got from Music Magpie. Now, I didn't bother with Music Magpie 1 for Sorrow, 2 for Joy. But I do look on there occasionally to see if there's any new games, and you do tend to get some good bargains on there. And I kind of got a fail on 2 of them, I'll show you. But the first one is Untold Legends Warrior's Code. I've been looking for this for a while. It's not overly rare. It's not expensive, but I can just never find it. And I do like the other game. I forget the title. It's Untold Legends anyway, and it's just not a hack and slash, action RPG, and yeah, it's just fun. It reminds me of the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games for the consoles, and yeah, the first one was really fun. This, however, I have played it and completed it. Boring. It is so monotonous. Everything about it, the characters, the story is boring. The scenery and setting is boring. The combat is... it was a slog. It really was. But yeah, I've got it. And they weren't expensive. I think they were 2 for £3, so £1.50 call it. Delivered to my door. Not too bad at all. And the second one, this is a fail. I just saw it and I thought, I don't see that often either, and it is Juiced Eliminator. Like I say, I don't see it often, so when I don't see them often, I tend to buy them. However, this hasn't got the instructions. And I've played it, it's just a racing game. I'm not really into them. This isn't one of the best in my opinion, but there may be some people out there that love it. I don't know. But yeah, it's another one ticks off at least. I just need to find some instructions for them. Okay, so the next one were all DS games. And the first one is TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if you're my sort of age. Crap. Really, really crap. I played the first level and I was just like... It is complete, however, but yeah, it seemed more like a jumping simulator rather than there was very little combat, and I was just jumping from place to place. However, I believe it's done by the team that did Prince of Persia, so that may be why. It is an Ubisoft title. Just at the bottom there, it is Ubisoft, so yeah, that may be why there's elements of jumping from place to place and running along walls and things like that. Not for me. I just want to, like, the old Turtles arcade sort of game. That's what I want. Next up was Rainbow Islands Revolution, and a bit different to the other Rainbow Islands, and this one you draw the rainbows on with your controller, and yeah, not the best, but I found a bit of fun in it. You just got to get your guy to the top of the level and avoid all the enemies and things like that. You can block them with your rainbows, obviously. So yeah, it was all right. I think I didn't get these on an offer. I think Turtles was £3. That was roughly £3, and I got a sealed game from them for £2.69, I think, and it is face training for the DSi. Now, it only plays on the DSi, not on the DS. And I think there's 4 titles that are like that. And it shows you how to exercise your face to get a better smile and like reduce sagging in the eyes and things like that. I don't know how true that is, if it works. But it looks like a reseal because I do believe it's a Nintendo title. So it should have the strip seal. And also, it looks like there's a cigarette burning the plastic underneath. I know you're not going to be able to see that too well. I'll just hide my face. That might help. So yeah, it's not very good at all. But, yeah, for £2 something, I suppose it'll just sit on the shelf. Doubt I'll play that. Okay, next up was a game I bought from Holland, and it came about because I'm on the Xbox Collectors group, the original Xbox Collectors group, and everyone's going mad for the club football games, and the foreign ones are very hard to find, very hard. And somebody had come across, the guy's called Perry, he came across some Ajax ones, in Holland obviously, and he was selling them for 16 quid delivered. I thought, wow, that's really good. Still sealed as well, because in this country, the only ones I've seen other than on eBay, and you're looking at about 30, 40 quid, is on Music Magpie, and the Ajax one is 64 quid on there. But they are UK editions. However, this is a Dutch edition, so all the writing's in Dutch. It will play in English. But I aren't too bothered about it. I thought I would be, but I'm not. I think that seeing an Ajax game and having it in Dutch, it sort of gives it some sort of authenticity. And yeah, I'm really happy with this for the price as well. So Perry, if you are watching, thank you very much. It was a great deal and a pleasure doing business with you. But yeah, there's some of the Dutch on the back. And it's just the same as all the other club football games, only the focus is on Ajax. And you may spot a young Wes Sneijder, Rafael van der Vaart, I think where my finger is there, that's Maxwell, who played for Inter Milan. I'm a big Inter fan, so I remember Maxwell. Left back. So yeah, it's another one ticked off at least. Next up then, I'll do... Now, you may be aware of a swap shop that goes on with Retrochef. Again, I'll put a link to his channel in the description. And on there was another YouTuber called, I'll do another link, Gamezonebirdroom, James at Gamezonebirdroom. And he'd put up, you know, nothing rare or anything like that, but it was a game that I really want. I remember playing this years ago. I played it to death. I absolutely loved this. The story on it was fantastic, story mode. It's SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. And of course it had Hulk Hogan and The Rock on it. All the people from the, would it be Ruthless Aggression then? 2002? Brock Lesnar's in it, so yeah, Ruthless Aggression era. Probably the first one of it. And yeah, it's just a fantastic game. So thanks, James. Naturally all complete as well. Do you know what? I can't even remember what I sent him. But there was a bit of a hold up. I think the parcel that he sent me got returned to him for some reason. And for the hold up, he threw in an extra game, which was Cricket 2004. I don't mind watching 2020 cricket. I'm not a massive cricket fan, but the 2020 is pretty good. But I'll probably give it a go, to be honest. I don't find it a bad sport, but not a game I'd normally go for. But nice condition, so thanks, James. And he did ask if there was any other games that I'd want, because I sent him 2 games. And the only one that I needed was WWE 2K15. Now, I believe this was the first one to have the showcase mode on it, which I really enjoy on the newer games, and it's where you relive moments from a certain wrestler's career. 2016 was Stone Cold. I did really enjoy that because she was in the Hollywood Blondes with Brian Pillman and stunning Steve Austin in WCW right the way through the Attitude Era, and yeah, it was just what I remember. So yeah, I like the showcase modes. I don't know who's on the showcase in this. I haven't played it as yet. It's maybe John Cena, I don't know. But there's improved graphics on it from the previous games apparently, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that. And once again, thank you very much, James. Pleasure doing the trade with you. And good luck with your battle against Feed Me Chicken. That's very WWE at the minute. I don't know who's going to win that. So moving away from games, one listing I saw was for a cover for me 3DS, my new 3DS. And it is a Pokemon one, still sealed. The woman wanted £5 and she delivered it for me as well, which was great. So on her way to work, she goes, "Oh, I passed there, so I'll drop it in for you." And I believe this is Pokemon X and Y. I think it's for the X and Y. It's got the starters on there anyway. So, yeah, just a nice little... in the next video, I'll show you my 3DS with that on it. Next up then is a load of games that I've purchased from one guy in particular called Chris Brockwell, or Brock the 80s dude, as he's known on Instagram. Link in the description. It'll just be loads of links in that description. But Chris is fantastic. He's from Hull, same as me, and he does all the like Doncaster gaming market and things like that. Well, ones he can get to anyway, and sells stuff that he's picked up over the time. And he messaged me, as he sometimes does when he's selling things, and said, I've got some Xbox 360 and Game Boy games if you're interested. Like, bloody hell, yes. So, I think I paid £42 for this lot altogether. Quite a lot for me, but I think I've done really well, to be honest. So, first up then is... I got this before the DS one. It looks exactly the same as well. I haven't played it as yet, but Chris did say it's easy gamer score, so that won't be too bad. These are all complete as well. Yeah, jumping simulator again. Next up is a game that I really can't get into, but he was selling it cheap, and you know I need it for the collection. I may like this, I don't know. I'll certainly give it a go. But it's Tekken 6. And to be honest, I've never really liked any of the Tekkens. I'm more a Mortal Kombat sort of fan when it comes to fighters and Street Fighter. But yeah, I'll maybe give this a go. Next up then is Simpsons Road Rage on the original Xbox. And I've been wanting this for a while. I remember playing it years ago. It's essentially a Simpsons Crazy Taxi. It plays just like Crazy Taxi. But you've got all the characters' voices. You've got Springfield that you drive around. It's brilliant. It really is. So yeah, delighted to get that. I think that's £15 at the minute in CEX. It's quite pricey, really, for an original Xbox game. Next up then is a game that I've wanted for quite a while, ever since another YouTuber, Eddie at Rollerxcore, mentioned it being fantastic. And it is Dodonpachi, I think that's how you say it. Revolution, is it? Resurrection, sorry, the deluxe edition. And yeah, it's not what you think. It's a shooter, and or a shmup, a vertical one. And just open that. It's got a soundtrack in there as well. I think it's soundtrack. Yeah. And yeah, it really is. It's beautiful. Graphics on it are fantastic. And don't get me wrong, I do like shmups. I just absolutely suck at them. And it kind of puts me off. I don't get too far into them. This is like a bullet hell. There's things going on all over. But it just looks wonderful in how it plays. It is smooth, it's satisfying, absolutely fantastic game. However, it's roughly £38 in CEX, so it is on the more dearer side of the Xbox 360 games. But delighted to get that. So thank you very much, Chris. And yeah, if you haven't played it, if you get chance, do. If you like your shmups, it's amazing. There's a new world out there I need to discover when it comes to gaming, I think. Okay, and the Game Boy games I got off him are nothing special, although there was one game in there which I'd never heard of, and I absolutely love it. I'll start with that. Now, hopefully you can... It is Fortified Zone. I don't know if you can see it, maybe not. But yeah, there's gameplay anyway. Fortified Zone. And it's like, how to describe it? I suppose it'd be, the map is like Zelda on the NES, so you can go left, right, up, down to new levels. And the gameplay is a bit like Metal Gear Solid on the NES. So it's like a hybrid of those two in a way. Not a great description, but it is really good. I was enjoying my time with it. Really fun game. If you haven't played it, give it a go. Next up, I'm amazed this got to number 4, but there is a surprise in there. It is Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4 for the Game Boy Color. It's focusing on me in it, I do apologise. Now, the original game, there you go. The original games, on the original Game Boy, you can see the whole screen and it's like platform. You go up ladders, into doors to get keys to open other doors to get your way out of the level. So a bit like a puzzle, if you like. This is more zoomed in. It's more of a platformer, but it still retains the key collecting and puzzle element. Quite impressed with this one. I thought it's better than the original ones. Although, I'm not going to lie, it's not amazing. But if you do like those games, give that one a go. It's a little bit different, but in my opinion, a bit better. Another platform game is Tom and Jerry for Old Focus. And yeah, classic platform game. You play as Jerry, he's the mouse, isn't he? You collect the cheese and just work your way through the levels, essentially. Nothing spectacular. Graphically, it looks nice, I guess, and it was fun to play, if you like your platformers. Next up is Looney Tunes. And again, another platformer. I haven't got too far into this, but you start off as Daffy Duck. I may be wrong, but you might play other characters. Otherwise, it would just be a Daffy Duck game. But yeah, you start off as Daffy Duck and you can kill things with what looks like frisbees. And yeah, just a platformer. Again, nothing special. And finally, this had a case. It is Dr. Franken, which again is a platform sort of game, exploration. It's not for me. It's a bit slow, but graphically it's really nice. I think the graphics on it are fantastic. They've really taken the time with it. But yeah, I found it a bit too slow. But they're the games, and yeah, do check out his Instagram. He goes to car boot sales and picks up things, you know, that he then sells on or puts in his collection. It's quite interesting to see. So, yeah, the link to Chris's Instagram is in the description below. And once again, thank you very much, Chris. So just before I go on to my last pickup, which was a console, I did pick up a digital game, which was a recommendation of a channel called Switchup, which, great channel. They sort through all the crap on the Switch store and tell you what's good and what's bad. Can't recommend them enough. Link in the description. So, yeah, I think it was Glenn from Switchup that had done the video, and he recommended Football Manager 21. Now, I haven't played one since Football Manager 17, 18, and I've just totally lost interest in it. They've just gone too involved and too in-depth. They just sapped the fun away from the game. I found myself playing the old Championship managers, which was pick your team, sort of tactic, go. You know, and I found that much more satisfying than micromanaging every single player and sorting out ridiculous tactics that some players like and the rest of them don't, and then training, half of them don't like it, and it's can't be bothered. For the Switch, it's pretty good. It's still a bit involved, more than I'd probably want at the moment. You're probably looking at a Football Manager game from about 6-7 years ago with it. You know, it's not as in-depth, but they have taken a few bits out. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's just trying to get used to the buttons and things like that and navigating. However, I did buy it for the tablet, or for my phone actually, because my tablet's an old one. It's a iPad Air, the first one, which I got off my daughter when she was moaning that she couldn't play any games. So I I downloaded it for my phone. I thought I'll just try, see if I can download it for the tablet, and I could. And the mobile version is so much better. It's more streamlined. It's very much pick your tactics. You don't have to micromanage everyone. Yeah, some players complain, but nothing major. And just a wholly enjoyable experience, really. So both really good, but I prefer the mobile version. And next year, I think I'll probably stick to the mobile version. So yeah, that was my digital purchase, and Switchup, thank you very much. Finally then is the console, which I got off a Mr. Ben Moody, which I get quite a lot of things off. His prices are just too good, to be honest. He does look after me, to be fair. And yeah, he was selling a console, a 360 console, and it's a variant that I didn't have. Now, I do have the Star Wars variant, and I've got the Gears of War variant. And this one was the Modern Warfare Call of Duty one, Modern Warfare 3. Really nice design on it. It's wonderful condition as well, I've got to say. And I plan on, I think there's another one as well, which is the Halo 4 one. I plan on having the 3 that I'm not using on a shelf with the controller next to it on a stand, which that's a controller for this particular one. So really happy with that purchase. I don't know whether to use it as yet as well. I might use it downstairs. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time to play games much these days anyway. Who does, eh? But yeah, thank you very much for that, Ben. I will treasure that along with the Star Wars one that I also got off him a few months ago. And they're my pickups for the month of January, and really happy with what I got. I did well, all things considered, with the coronavirus lockdown here in the UK. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone that helped me out that month, and especially to Chris at Retro48k for the intro, which I've been wanting a new intro for a while, and he's done a stellar job with that, he really has, and yeah, thank you so much for that, Chris. And I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think to the purchases that I got this month. I'm particularly happy with the console and Dodonpachi Resurrection, but let me know what you think, and I will see you very soon with another video. Thanks for watching.